Running. Well, we're trying to run. All right, says I'm live. Let's go over to Grumble. Get Grumble going. Come on, Grumble. There we go. Hey, they did their own pre-roll. I got rid of my old pre-roll on there. There we go. All right, Rumble says it's going. How you doing, Jimmy? Jay Watterson. Hey, buddy. Somebody let me know in the chat. Thumbs up if the sound is okay. Yeah. Let me know. So I think I can check. Sound is okay. Okay, it goes, but everything looks off kilter. Oh, that's why. Let's try that. Depends which one I was getting sound from. All right. So let me know if everything's good in the chat. Thumbs up if the sound is okay. Sound is good. Hey, GTR, what is up, man? Boy, jeez, guys. Yeah, I've been knucking futs busy. But ran my dad to Sam's Club tonight, and he needed some stuff last minute. Woof. Had to get him on one of the motorized scooters to get around in there quick enough. Had to have biscuits for his dogs and stuff while I was there. I picked me up some caffeine. Because I'm going to stream no matter what. I don't care. I've been dying lately. My voice is a whole other thing. Hey, I've said many times in this stream, I have a face for radio and a voice for silent cinema. Trust me, you would not realize that I used to be in show choir. I used to be a baritone. Yeah, pretty heavy, almost borderline bass baritone. But all the lung infections and infections in my throat have, well, this is my voice now. Kind of sucks. If I lower it, I can still get it back close. What? Oh, dude, Jimmy. It's like you're, you know, if I didn't have a good VPN, it's almost like you'd be tapped in. I saw that, tapped into my feed because I saw that, and I had to make sure I got that off of my X feed. Because YouTube, you know, Rumble, no big deal. YouTube would zip me instantly for that. So, yeah. All right. So, how you guys doing? Yes, Jimmy, I understand dirty words in the first 30 seconds. I got it. Can't resist sometimes, but hey, so far I'm doing okay, I think. I might have snuck one out already. I don't think so, though. Oh, yeah, the bicycles. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what. That is just, man, lefties are goofy. The weather wasn't real good for that either, was it? Man, those people are stupid. I don't know. I don't know if that has the effect they all want it to. Especially for us guys. If it's cool and damp out, not the best. Luckily, it seemed cold. Yeah, so the guys weren't presenting well, but the women were. Isn't that weird how Mother Nature does that? Cold weather for men, pool, whatever. We get shrinkage. Women get torpedo. Just saying, it seems like God wanted to have some jokes with us at times. Men can get there quick. Women are like, gee, come on. And takes another hour to get me there. It's like, you know. Just saying. Things seem a little backwards. All right, guys. How you doing? Boy, a lot going on. But I picked a few things I wanted to talk about. Oh, boy. We are going to start right off. Elaine didn't know about shrinkage, exactly. Dude, I run into people where I'll say that. You know, shrinkage, and quoting that show, that episode, and people go, what do you mean shrinkage? And it's usually, yeah, females, I know. And they go, what? It's shrinkage? I'm like, thing hides like a turtle. Cold weather, too. Cold weather, man, I'm telling you. Whew. But yeah, let's hop into Joe Rogan. And this isn't just Joe Rogan. There's a lot of these podcasters, Theo Von and all of them out there just totally getting bitchy and whiny about Trump. I think it's just they're trying to cover their asses. That's what I think. I really think they're just covering their butts. And I have to say, What a bunch of, it's over my 30 seconds now. I'm 5 minutes in. What a bunch of pussies. Screw you. I'm going to say right out right now. Joe Rogan, Theo Von, the rest of you, screw you. What did you think was going to happen when Trump was running on mass deportations? When the American citizenry at the time was saying we want mass deportations. What did you think that meant, Joe? Theo, all the rest of you is now going, oh my God, it's gone too far. Dude, screw you, Joe. Sorry, I don't want to be a dick. Joe Rogan is something I'll never be. Joe Rogan won't even hear this from me. He don't give a shit if he did hear this from me. But you know what? Screw you, Joe. Come on. The man didn't hide. What did you think this was going to look like? Hey, Obama, I'm sorry. If I have a critique for Trump and Homan, they're not doing enough. This is anemic numbers. You are deporting jack shit. Oh, we've deported 1,000 in Chicago over the last week. That's nothing. There are hundreds of thousands, maybe even 1 million illegals in Chicago. 1,000? What the absolute shit? Joe Rogan is, oh my God, some of these people are 15 or so. I don't give a shit. You're here illegally. Get the fuck out. I'm done with it. I'm tired. I'm tired of these people coming back. Oh my God, clutching their pearls. What did you think, Joe? What did any of these people think? Did they just think Trump was lying? Then why did you support the guy? You were supporting mass deportations, Joe. What did you think this would look like? Maybe it's time you need a little more weed or something. I just don't know what the hell he was thinking. GTR, I used to love Joe Rogan, but recently I'm somewhat changing my mind about him. I still love Joe. I do still think he's does really good stuff. But lately, he's really come out with some really dumb takes. And this is one. We don't have to agree with the guy all the time, but this is a pure stupid take. So let's look at it real quick. And I don't know, these people, I think they're just running scared. They're hedging their bets. But I just, man, just stupid. All right, here we go. Oh, I helped. Help if I turn sound on.
When you're
hey, let's try that again.
Immigration thing, the way it looks is horrific. When you're just arresting people in front of their kids and
yes,
just normal, regular people that have been here for.
Now wait. Here's my biggest one.
The way it looks is horrific. When you're just arresting people in front of their kids.
That's my first one. Okay, that is the dumbest fucking take. And Democrats, Joe is just running with Democrats. Oh my God, arresting in front of their kids, separating families. I do not understand how anybody on the left, hey, I invite lefties, come in and tell me how this is okay. How it's okay to do this to American citizens every day. Americans every day. Jesus Christ. I don't want to take Jesus' name in vain. Sorry there, big man. But how is it if you go to Target or Walmart, walk into the store, leave your kid in the car on an 80-degree day with the windows down some for 20 minutes or let's say 10 minutes, your kid will be taken away from you from DCFS. Child Services will come take your child away from you, and you're probably going to go to jail for leaving your child in your car for 10 minutes, even if it's locked, even if the kid is sleeping and you don't want to wake him up. But hey, you can drag your kids across deserts. You can have your kid child trafficked to get up here. You will have your kid get done horrendous things to, so you can get up here and get your freebies. But hey, we shouldn't separate your family. Screw that. We separate American citizens every day. If you're drunk driving, you rob a bank, you're got drugs in the house, you do illegal firearm stuff, you go speeding down the road at 120 miles an hour, guess what? You're going to be separated from your kids. You're not going home to your kid that night. So many crimes in America that American citizens commit, we get separated from our kids. They're not going, well, we got to keep the family. Oh my God, that is just stupid. It happens every day to Americans. But suddenly, when it's an illegal friggin' alien. Oh my God, separating the kids. Why is it lefties, and I'm sorry, Joe, you're one right now. Why is it lefties are all great with putting illegal aliens, people that aren't even supposed to be in this damned country, above citizens? Seriously, they make United States citizens second class. An American citizen, a veteran, is getting $2,500 a month and not very good VA care. Sorry, better since Trump took over, but not very good VA care. But holy crap. Suddenly, an illegal alien comes over here and we're giving them $3,000 to $8,000 a month per person, man, woman, and child, on debit cards. And then we're giving them 4-star hotels and great medical. They can go anywhere they want for free. We are second class in this country to lefties. Where are the lefties feeling bad for citizens? They talk about, where's your compassion? Fuck you. Where's your compassion for American citizens? And Joe is falling right into that. Oh my God, arresting in front of kids. Welcome to the club, illegals. Dude, anybody can go on YouTube and look at the police cam videos. I happen to like to watch a lot of those. How many times do you see kids in those where the police are talking to the kids, trying to calm the kids, go, yeah, mom or dad did something. It's not a reflection on you. Hey, here's a teddy bear. You know, it happens thousands of times a day to American citizens, but God forbid, illegal. Why are we second class? And GTR, I'm going to say your government, maybe, I think your government has you guys third class to all the illegals. I mean, my God, they put the illegals at 1 and 2 in your country. You guys are 3. America, we're still just number 2. So we're a step above a little bit. But yeah, Joe is just falling into, I'll catch up with you guys. I want to kind of work through this, but yeah, I'm going to be ranting about this because I saw this shit and it's just, what did you think was going to happen, Joe? Do you think, what, we're going to tell the illegals, hey, come on in, and they're suddenly just going to do it? They haven't done it yet. Half these pieces of shit, yes, most of these illegals are pieces of shit. If you are here 10, 15, 20 years and you don't speak English, fuck off. Don't tell me you want to be American. We came here, we love America. Why is that Mexican flag in your front yard? Fuck you. Yeah. You are here 20 years and you can't pick up our language. Even 5 years, you should have our language. And if you want to give immigrants from India or China or Japan or a lot of other, even European countries, anything, they come here, they have a working, at least a broken, heavily accented working knowledge of some English. I'm sorry, Hispanic people, you come here illegally, you don't give a shit to even learn our language. 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you're demanding our AutoZone has somebody that speaks Spanish. I got to press number 1 or 2 on my ATMs because of you people. You don't see them going, hey, press 1 for Indian, press 2 for Japanese. No, because they learn the language. You do not. And I'm sorry, I'll say it. Yep. I'm going to catch it. I know if anybody sees my tiny little pissant channel, I'll catch it for this. Hispanics, illegal Hispanics, are arrogant pricks. If you are here 20 years in a mostly English-speaking country, very majority, and you can't speak English, fuck off. You don't care. You came here to steal from us. Go home. But yeah, Joe has got me pissed. What did he think? What was his imagining? What was his rainbows and unicorn sprinkles imagining of how we're going to get out 20 to 50 million illegal aliens in 4 years? Which, honestly, I don't think Trump's going to get even a percentage of that. Sure, he got 1 million to self-deport. Well, that leaves 19 million. He's deported maybe a couple 100,000. So we've got 1.2 million out of 20 million gone. That's anemic. That's anemic. But let's continue with Joe here.
And just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
That, everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
No.
Everybody who
No,
has
have a heart for our
sees that
people.
and go, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be the only way to do this.
Right.
Is Joe wearing a priest's collar? I certainly say he's wearing a priest's collar from my angle. What do you mean you can't have a heart? Yeah, we may look at it and go, well, that sucks. I have a bigger heart for my friends, my family around me, for my fellow American citizens. Joe, that's how you look at it. You go, oh, that sucks. Yeah, we feel bad for you, but we got to feel bad for us first right now. We are $37 trillion in debt. Prices are too high. Housing is too thin. Jobs, everything else. Got to come to Americans. We got to dig ourselves out. We can't keep bringing in the world. We go, yeah, that sucks. But mom and dad put that kid in that position for one. Being a pieces of shit and cheating and stepping across the line ahead of people waiting. That's another one. How dare these leftards say, oh, it's okay to jump in the line ahead of people who did it right. Or how about people who were already done? They did the whole thing. Took the naturalization test. Probably know more about the presidents and our Constitution than most of us. Did it right. Are here flying the American flag, speaking English, going, damn right, welcome, we are American. And then suddenly somebody like this, they bring in 20 million, they're going, the fuck? Legal immigrants are more pissed about this a lot of times than born American citizens are. This is stupid. So what does Joe think? It was getting rainbow farts and unicorn sprinkles. Like people are just going to come in if ollie oxen free. Bullshit. I don't know what Joe's doing, but he either got a bad batch of weed this day or not enough weed. Good
Because
gods.
you have to think, look, yeah, we have to have a border. Yes, it should have been secure. Yes, they should make sure you know who everybody is before they get in.
Yeah.
Fucking duh.
When people been here for 20 years, like, come on.
Come on.
Man.
That's even worse. They committed a crime every fucking day, Joe. You realize there's a lot of crimes where if you commit a crime and there's kind of little bits of it going on for the 10 years, you can be charged with that 10 years worth of shit. Every day you're doing something illegal is a crime. I don't give a fuck if they've been here 20 years. I don't give a fuck if they went and screwed each other and had more of their little gerbils. I don't care. Yep, gonna catch shit for that. Don't care. Stupid. I don't give a shit. Just because you got here, did something illegal, and we didn't catch you. So fine. I can steal $10 million from a bank. I don't know what the statute is, guys. But if I don't get caught for 10 years, that 10 million bucks is mine. That's bullshit. If they catch you, you go back. You lose that money. You go to jail. You get separated from your kids. They don't give a shit. You go, I stole that 10 million to help give my kids a better life. They go, well, too bad. You ain't getting to keep that money, neither's your kid. You're getting separated from your kid. Joe's shit makes no sense. Smoke more of your wacky weed. Or less.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
let's find a way. If they've been productive members of society for 20 years, no criminal record, they worked the entire time, they paid taxes.
Worked, stole Social Security numbers, didn't pay taxes. They do not, most employers employing these people do not pay Social Security taxes. They don't pay FICA. They don't pay any of this shit. The people employing them are cheating it, and these people are cheating it. Because they're drawing benefits in a lot of states. And they've never paid anything into that system. It's helping our social services go broke faster. Look that shit up. Yeah, got people in California giving Medi-Cal for free. Have they pitched into that system? No. Just because you go buy a stick of gum and you pay some sales tax doesn't mean you paid your taxes. Unless they're filing IRS taxes every year, bullshit. They've stolen a lot from this country. They are a net loss of between $68,000 and $90,000 per person, sometimes per year. That is nuts. Joe's lost the plot.
Find them a pathway to citizenship.
They've had 20 years. Yeah, see, I know, guys. You got, Jesus Christ, we can't hear him. Yeah, they've had 20 years to file paperwork. 20 years to walk in and go, What do I have to do to get a visa for right now or a green card? What do I have to do to get on the path to becoming a citizen? Let me try to do this right. Let me try to do this right. I've used this person as an example before. I have some neighbors. They are Hispanic. My friend admits his dad came here illegally back in the day. But what did he do? He came in this country illegally, and within 5 days, he joined up to the United States military. He fought in 2 theaters of battle. He actually got injured in battle. That is an American. They do speak a little Spanish still this day, but they are American as you can. Oh, they're more American than apple pie. They fly American flags. You don't see any other flag. They really celebrate 4th of July. They go to all the parades. They honor our military. His dad is buried on the Arsenal Island Cemetery because he was a soldier. That's an American. So I don't know what Joe's thinking. And that they speak English. His dad learned English in the military right away. He's told me that within 3 weeks, his dad was learning English. These people here 20 years don't learn English, don't go join our military, don't try to become citizens until they're caught. That's not somebody who wants to be American. That's somebody here to take. 20 years, Joe. 20 years to file paperwork. 20 years to try to become a citizen. Nope. Fuck off.
Find a way where you can do this thing that you want to do, which is keep terrorists and cartel members from getting across the border with drugs that kill 100,000 people a year. Okay, but also have a fucking heart.
Fuck you. Have a heart for us. Joe Rogan is rich. Joe Rogan is a billionaire. Nothing will ever affect Joe. Unless he's living in Martha's Vineyard and we send a bunch of illegals there and they go, oh shit. Suddenly they can get the illegals out real quick and they don't want them around. Nothing will affect Joe. So when Joe's telling us to have a heart, none of this affects him in any way with his money, his power, his security, you name it. He's looking at you and me telling us to have a heart. So make sure your food prices are high. Make sure your housing prices are high. Make sure your kids can't get the opening, lower level jobs because it's taken up by illegals. Make sure your taxes are messed up. Make sure your hospitals are buried in illegals so you can't get the emergency room. Bullshit. Make sure if you're on disability, while you're sucking up $900 to $1,500 a month, that's what you get from our government. The illegals are getting $3,000 to $8,000. Joe, are you paying attention to what you're saying? What you're trying to tell the average blue-collar poor people or whatever out there? Middle class, poor, are going, fuck you. You have a heart for us. What a rich, spoiled, jackass stance he's taken on this. This is a billionaire stance.
Because if you don't, you're not going to get anybody on your side. If you're doing this stuff publicly, throwing women to the ground, handcuffing people, just for
well, they fight back. What are they going to do?
On the wrong side of the dirt.
Yeah.
Not a criminal. Not the only crime they ever committed was coming over.
They're not a criminal. Then he says, well, the only crime they ever committed. That means you are a criminal. It's almost like you need to sign language this shit for him. Hey, Joe, how about this? I got an idea, Joe. I know you'll never see this. Bring me on your show. Bring an average, lowly citizen on. Not one of your high-minded, also rich people. Bring on somebody that makes between $20,000 and $40,000 a year and tell them this shit. Bring on a blue-collar, average Joe. Or Jolene, for all I care. Bring on an average group of people. And say this shit. They're going to look at you like you're a moron. They're going to say, hey, trickle down some of that billions there, Joe. Then maybe when we don't have to worry, then maybe we don't care either. And if somebody wants to fight the police, we throw down our own females all the time. The police do. You fight a cop, you get put down or tased. But once again, Joe is putting illegals above the citizens. Come on, Joe. Joe knows that if you're a woman or a man or a child, you fight cops, you're going to get tased or put in the ground or tackled. Don't run from the cops. Don't fuck with the cops. Stupid.
Here as a kid.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
So what? This is dumb. This is even worse. I can't even get through this, how bad this is. He talks about the kids.
The only
Okay.
crime they ever committed was coming over here as a kid.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Don't care.
Yeah,
Just,
man.
you know, a lot of kids got snuck across when they were already born in Mexico. And
Yeah.
they've grown up their entire life in America. They can't even speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And they
Which is bullshit. Most of the kids of illegals speak better Spanish than they do English still. Not all, but a lot do. And I don't care. Once again, he's putting illegal aliens above citizens. Mark my words. He is putting illegals above citizens. Because if a parent of an American citizen parent commits a crime, nobody goes, oh, well, we can't do anything. Whoa, that poor kid was just a victim. They don't care. Mom or dad commits the crime, they go to jail, separated from kid, or kid goes to foster care. But hey, guess what? Illegal alien. Well, that kid didn't know. So we just can't do anything. The laws say it. Wipe our ass with the laws. And they go, well, laws only apply to American citizens. Well, then by that logic, fuck any of your due process for getting them out. Just saying, you can't have it one way. The laws don't apply to illegals. We're not going to hold illegals to the same standard of Americans, and fine, we don't have to hold them to due process either. I still think they should go out with the same due process they got coming in here. They came in illegally, you leave just the same way. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Due process is for American citizens. Other than that, fuck off. Show me where it says anywhere in the Constitution, hey, due process is for... Nope. Everything in it says due process is for American citizens, people under the jurisdiction of the United States government. So it's BS. And Joe, this is one of the worst takes. And to me, it almost seems kind of like a betrayal. Thought he was kind of getting a brain under him a little bit. Maybe got the right weed in him and was paying attention to what's going on in this country. Was woke up a little bit. And now, nope. Now he's going woke.
They could get sent back.
Yes. But no, I had a hard time getting through that. And it's like, geez Louise. I know, guys, I was really going off. But I saw this, and I was chewing nails, man. I've seen Theo Von's whine about it and a couple others. Oh, my God. It's like they all did it at once, too. All at once. It's just, come on, too much of a coincidence for me. All of them suddenly, oh, my God. All right, let me catch up. Hell, Biden stuck the kids in cages away from parents. Yeah. Hell, not just that, Jimmy. Biden, remember, 300,000+ kids were trafficked into this country. Biden removed the whole DNA testing that Trump put in place. DNA testing to make sure the kids were actually the children of the parents, that all of the adults said they were their parents. Biden's administration, not Biden, but his administration removed that. They purposely trafficked children. You have CBP agents that admit on the border that, yeah, kids had stamps on them and wrist bracelets that they knew meant they were being, trafficked. They knew it. 100% knew it. And they still let those kids go with these people. They would send 50 kids to one address. Yeah, that's the mom and dad of all 50. Bullshit. We have a lot of agents that should be in jail for that. They trafficked children knowingly. Well, I have orders. Welcome to the SS. That was their excuse. 300,000+. So not just the cages. There are still children lost in this country. God knows the horrendous shit that's been done. That is insane. Where's your compassion for them, Joe? Good God. Is language barrier why the Maryland man doesn't want to go to his Tawana? yeah, I know. 100%. Hey, Maryland man can speak English when he wants to. Look that shit up. There are clips of him speaking pretty good English when he wants to. It's like Tango and Cash. where the guy speaks really good English, and then later in court, blah, blah, blah. The scarecrow speaks English. When he had the chair on his neck, he spoke great English. I'm kind of the thought that all people who were just following orders during Biden admin and helped out everyone in this situation are getting a good dose of karma. I don't think they're getting enough good karma. And thing is, a lot of those idiots are still brain dead enough, Jay Watterson, that they are the pigeons that shit in the water dish and then walk around strutting like they won something. They are still doing it. I don't know if you guys have been watching. I'm not sure how I feel about this guy, Cam Higbee. He's trying, whether he wants to say it or not, he's trying to be Charlie Kirk. He's not Charlie Kirk, but he's trying to be. And there's something about him that I kind of like him, but I kind of don't. But seen some of the stuff where he's been in some of the protests, these people are nuts. The very fact that they still can't register in their brains, well, we're anti-fascist. You're the fascist. Everything they're doing, following him around with a horn for 30 minutes. Actually, it was hours. Screaming him down, threatening him, shutting him up, saying he doesn't get a right to talk. Everything they are doing is fascist. It's got to register in some of these idiots' heads that they are the fascists. It's like the meme. Are we the baddies? Some of them got to know it and don't care. Some of them want the fascism. Some of them just want to tear down the system and see everything collapse because they're narcissists and they have nothing in their lives. They're empty inside. So I don't know. I don't think enough of them are getting karma. I mean, come on. Portland's had riots for all this time. They keep voting the same people. My home state of Illinois. Look at the shit going on. Brandon Johnson has like 6% approval rating. Pritzker's approval isn't that good either outside of Chicago. Yet the morons in Chicago, as it keeps crashing, keep voting blue no matter who. I don't know if there's enough karma for these people. I'm going with MAGA 2.0. Make asylums great again. These are people that are damaged. They're empty. They're stupid. They're lost. These are people that are deranged in many cases. These are people that used to be in the asylums. I mean, come on. These people shouldn't be out wandering among us. I don't think there's enough karma to affect them. I really don't. I really don't think so. Okay. I'm trying to catch up with you guys here. We are having the exact same problems over here with housing illegals. Yeah, 100%. And you're a smaller country with less people, so yeah. Your government has buried you. Your government has done to the UK what would have happened to us if Kamala had won. Kamala would have buried us. The 20 million Joe brought in, one would have been made citizens and outdone our votes. Actually, it would have been 20 million. They would have said, everybody gets amnesty, and then you would have suddenly found out the 20 million Joe brought in, there's another 30 million here. 50 million Democrat voters thrown on the voting rolls instantly. That means nobody but Democrats win for the next 100 plus years in this country. That's what the plan was. Plus, she was going to bring in probably another 30 or 40 million easily. They'd already had plans to amp up how many were coming in. So it would have been, by the time Cammie even had her first term done, it would have been another, let's say 30 or 40 million on top of the 50 that's here. Would have been 80 or 90 million Democrat voters. We would have been buried. So yeah, GTR, you are where we would have been 4 years from now if Kamala had won. And I don't know. I'm really hoping you guys can dig out, but I am unsure anymore. I'm thinking you guys demographically are screwed now. Unless you mass deport in the UK, you're screwed because these people are having kids like gerbils. There's already your police are already not enforcing laws with them, letting them get away with stuff. They're going to outnumber you or be close to it enough in 30 years. You're going to be screwed unless you get rid of a lot. And yeah, GTR, and your national healthcare system is fucked. The wait times there, I got friends over there that have had some health problems, and the wait times, I am shocked. People pick on America's healthcare system, but we do not have wait times. I've had friends in other countries too. Wait times in the months. And these are really bad things going on with them. It's not like, oh, I've got this skin rash. Oh, I can wait a month. No, shit, they're puking up blood and stuff and sick. And they're like, oh, well, we got a wait period for this. Oh, there's only so many units to do a CAT scan. Oh, it's going to be 3 months. Holy shit. America, you can say whatever you want. There's ready-med places everywhere. There, you can walk into, we don't have shit like that. That's crazy. Some paid taxes, some you stole. Yeah, but they didn't pay tax. Yeah, the problem is that if you steal a Social Security number and you're working, and what if you don't pay the right amount? If you don't file with the IRS, the person whose Social Security number that is suddenly gets hit with this huge tax bill. They're like, wait a minute, you earned all this money. What the hell happened? This money's attached to your Social Security number. Where's this money you owe us? And it is screwing American citizens so where suddenly they have to pay this huge thing. You're like, dude, it's not me, but it's on your Social Security number. Dude, I don't even live in that state. They don't care. It's IRS. They don't give a shit. They hold you accountable. They don't file tax returns. The illegals that steal Social Security numbers are because they can get jobs. They don't pay IRS taxes. They don't get tax forms. They don't fill it out. They don't pay taxes. What the Democrats say when they pay taxes. They think they're paying Social Security tax. Most of them do not. The ones that steal Social Security numbers are very few. Most of them work under the table, pay nothing, and still get bennies. What Democrats talk about when they pay taxes is sales tax. They go buy a stick of gum. They go buy groceries. They go buy a new TV. They paid taxes. They go buy gas. They paid taxes. That's not what it should be. Most of them do not pay anything. And that Social Security number income screws the person whose number that is. It screws them bad. So, yeah. Now, I'm also for something that Trump isn't doing. Employers. Anybody caught employing an illegal, giving a bank account to an illegal, a car loan, renting housing to an illegal, you're fucked. I'm all for it. We will fix this crap. We got to remove the reasons they're here or the ways they get to stay here. You go down to, I don't care if it's my bank. You go down there and you go, hey, are these people citizens? You show us your roles. Anybody that's not citizens, we're seizing the money. We will seize the money from every bank account that's an illegal alien. And if you have a loan here for an illegal alien, null, done. That property's seized. If it's a car, it's a house, seized. Time to go after employers for giving them jobs, paying them under the table, screwing American citizens. Time to change the laws also where illegal aliens can walk into hospitals and get free health care. Walk in the emergency rooms. We're always required to give them health care. They walk in for everything. It's costing us fuckloads. They pay nothing. You wonder why some of our medical costs so high? Because of them. They cost this country hundreds of billions every year. So, no, it's not even close to being good for us. But I think we need to change the laws where if you are not an American citizen, don't you dare walk in the emergency room. That emergency room is for American citizens. I know you're going to call me cold and heartless. Oh, but doctors have the Hippocratic Oath. Yeah, too bad. Go practice somewhere else. Go practice in that country. We need it to be for American citizens. We can't have American citizens sitting in an emergency room waiting while doctors treat 30 illegal aliens ahead of them. Americans do die. Americans do have damage. Americans shouldn't have to wait in our own country. Once again, we are second place to illegals. Illegals can walk in, and you know they're not going to pay that. They walk out, never pay a penny. Walk back in, get all the care, walk out, never pay a penny. You and I, we have to give up everything, and we will get gone after. We will get garnished. We will get collections on us. We'll pay. But also, you walk into the emergency rooms in a lot of places, There's 20, 30 illegal aliens ahead of you, and you got to wait behind them. Nope. As soon as you show your ID, go, you are an American citizen, you should go to the front of the line. How about that? Maybe we treat the illegals. Emergency only. Not you come in for a sniffle. Nope. If it's something really emergency, fine. But you will be behind every American citizen, and I don't care if you've been in the emergency room waiting for 2 hours. If an American citizen walks in, they get to go first. How about just that? American citizens first in our emergency rooms and our medical care. No more illegals ever going ahead of an American. That's stupid. Real earlier today showed Mexico deporting. Yeah, Jimmy. Oh, you're not the first person I've mentioned that. I bitched about that a couple years ago when I had my old channel. I showed, on Old Potato, I showed the border, there was a border action where they were repelling people coming across their southern border in Mexico and or deporting and dragging people back. And that was like 5-6 years ago. So, yeah. Kind of funny how now people are starting to see that again. Mexico likes to send their people here because of all the remittances. The remittances going home to Mexico and these other countries. Well, for Mexico, it's like in their top 5, I think, of their income. Of their country's income. I'm saying no remittances. There should be no money from a non-citizen. You should have to show citizenship. No non-citizen should be able to go into Western Union. We should make a law, Western Union, whatever else, you cannot send money from a non-citizen to another country. Yeah, stop that shit real quick. You want to see countries whine? There you go. Mad money wore off. These taxpayer does the U.S. and the citizens. That is being said, taxation is theft. I agree, Jay Watterson. I'm not going to say all taxation is theft. You need some taxes to run a country. That is a fact. Our forefathers knew that. This country was set up with a way of taxing, but it wasn't like today. It wasn't taxing and everything, like your property. Our forefathers thought if you didn't pay property tax, you didn't lose your property. The government didn't come take your property. You got no benefits of what those taxes covered. Like today, you didn't get garbage collection. You wouldn't get sewer. You wouldn't get stuff like that. But they didn't just come take your property. They said once you paid for that property, it was yours. But now our government has taken over to a point where, hey, you don't pay property taxes? We'll come take it. Then how's it ever my property? All you're doing is paying rent to one less person when you pay your property off. Now you pay rent to the government forever. Go, they'll come take it. How's that ever your property? It never is. So property rights is bullshit in this country anymore. Let's just hope reform gets in. Yeah, GTR, I hope so, but okay, now I know I'm switching gears here, guys, but GTR, do you really think that your reform party will actually be able to deport millions of people from your country? I don't think so. I don't think they will, and if they will, I don't think they can. I think you are overrun enough now. I think you would have nation-damaging riots and almost a civil war. You would really almost have to have a civil war to get that many people out now. That sucks. Jay Watterson, I don't think TP USA is in trouble yet. I've read some of that too, that a lot of people who would follow Charlie go Nick Fuentes. I think it's BS. I think most people that like Charlie Kirk look at Fuentes and going, fuck that. That guy's nuts. Now, I do like TP USA's Super Bowl halftime thing coming up. I'm not a big sports person. I really am not. I pretty much don't really give a rat's ass about most sports because I get nothing no matter who wins or loses. I prefer to be doing the thing to get some satisfaction out of it. I don't call a team that loses, my team lost today or my team won. Not unless I own that team. And I think the Super Bowl itself is kind of most time. I'll watch it to hang out with friends. And the commercials are usually better than the game. But with Bad Bunny going to be the Super Bowl halftime show, I don't give a shit. I'm much more interested in what TPUSA do. I don't care if it's a prayer session. Makes more sense. But I don't think TPUSA is in trouble because of Nick Fuentes. People going to Nick Fuentes. I think they're in trouble, if anything, because they lost their compass, their head, their needle pointing north of Charlie Kirk. I don't think a lot of Charlie Kirk people are going to Nick Fuentes. Now, I will say that is where maybe somebody like Cam Higbee and some of the others are doing good by actually getting out there. I still am on the fence on Cam Higbee. What do you guys think of Cam Higbee? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think of Cam Higbee? If you've heard of him, if you haven't, go look him up. He's trying to be Charlie Kirk light. I just don't know. I support him doing it because I think we need somebody out there, but I don't know. Oh, Jay Watterson, you know me better than that. You know me better than that. Come on. I'm always going to go off on a tangent without reading it all. I know some of them got refunds, but most of them didn't. Most of them didn't. Most of them, they don't even file any type of taxes. They don't get refunds. Most of them is money that gets screwed over because they're paid under the table, or if they use Social Security numbers, they screw over whoever's Social Security number that is. And I read the rest of it. I just didn't address the last part of it. Again, as the danger over here was admitted here that illegals are being put to the front. Yeah, I know that. I know that, GTR. Yeah, you guys are, once again, exactly where we would have been if Kamala won. 100%. I don't know if you guys are going to make it or not. Boy, I am really behind. There we go. Sorry, I was way behind, too. No remittances would go a long way. Yeah, 100%. And also, hey, that's our money. That is our tax dollars. That is our federal dollars going to other countries, supporting them. How about this? Either one of two things should happen. Either we cut off remittances and or maybe both of these, cut off all aid to these countries. No aid to Mexico. No aid to any country that illegals here are sending remittances to. I don't care if we catch one person sending $10 home to Guatemala, then Guatemala loses all aid funding. Whether it's food or cash or whatever it is, you lose it. How about that? Either or. We either stop all the remittances or we stop all aid to these countries. Why are we paying them billions and billions of dollars to still send their people here? They send their lowest common denominator. These aren't the upper level. We're not getting the chemists and the Olympic athletes and the physicists and stuff. No. We're getting mostly the dregs of their society. The ones that can barely read in their own language, let alone ours. I actually would like to cut off all remittances and all aid. You guys have heard me say, I think we should cut all aid to everybody in the world. Everybody. And then we have a televised, we're talking American Idol type thing, where everybody comes and gets, let's say, 5 minutes, maybe 10, to stand up on the floor of Congress, televised to you and me, the American people, and tell us why we should give you a penny. A penny. And then after that, talk is done. The people in our government, and right there, they get in our Congress, they get 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes to discuss. There's no filibustering. No, well, we can't make a decision. 5 minutes to discuss how much money they think we should send to these countries, if any. And then we vote. American Idol style. Hit that button. Call this number. Whatever. If they can process hundreds of millions of votes in a commercial break, we can do it. You vote. We get to say yes or no to these countries. Yep, I'm all for it. That's the way we should do it. But remittances, I think, is one of the biggest friggin' bullshits. 3 kinds of illegals. Those 10 not paying into the government. Those 10 who didn't pay, didn't get money back. Lastly, one's getting paid under the table. The 10s are very, very minor, though. There are very few of those. I'm going to say 90%, okay, maybe 80% of illegals get paid under the table. They get paid under the table. Or they're using people's social security numbers and screwing over citizens. There are a lot of citizens always getting in trouble. They're like, I didn't do that. The IRS goes, you owe us a lot more money. Why aren't you showing all this money you made? Shit. It happens a lot. Nothing better than the current Labor Party. Well, I don't know, GTR. Is it really better than your current Labor Party? Because all the Reform Party will do is if they are not going to have the balls to maybe risk a civil war and boot out millions, all they're doing is slowing your decline to your death. Your country will not be the UK as anybody's known it throughout time within 30, maybe 40 years max if people aren't booted out. If they just keep them there and go, well, we're going to close the border now. Too late. Too late. Your country will cease to be the UK as if anybody's ever known it within 30, 40 years, unless people are left. I don't know if it's any better unless they are willing to openly tell you we're going to boot these people. So, yeah, it's a saying, YouTube, by the way. It means remove them. Wait and watch the commercials on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, anybody that says the illegals don't get government aid in this country is full of shit. We all know it. We all know it. They've gotten government aid forever, especially in certain states. But our federal government's been giving them aid forever. Hell, the very fact they can walk in an emergency room and walk out and never pay a penny is aid. The fact that our banks will give an illegal alien a loan. You and I have to have shitloads of ID and give up all of our shit to get bank accounts or to send our kids to school. Illegal alien walks in, kids get to go. No shot records, no nothing. Look at all these illnesses up here. As Jay Watterson's called out before on this stream, all the illnesses popping up. So, yep. Let's see. I would like to see if Charlie Kirk's wife can actually step up. If she has the fire in her, maybe. I don't know if there's anybody that can really take over TPUSA. Charlie Kirk was a driven, very well-spoken and smart man. Whether you want to go with a gift from God or whatever, but I'm not sure they can replace him. I do hope the sign-up chapter, people are signing up for TPUSA, really stick with it. I hope that the Super Bowl thing brings a lot of awareness to them and helps. I see a lot of people out there saying they're going to watch the TPUSA halftime show over Bad Bunny. People are going, this guy hates America. He wants the downfall of our country. Why would you put him in the so-called Great American Games halftime? Jay Watterson, what you just said there, but what do I know? I could be wrong. I hear you. So could I. In fact, I'm going to change it to, but what do I know? I'm probably wrong. Jimmy asked, do the UK cops actually know the laws when people record them? I don't know. I'm not even sure what the laws are. GTR can tell us. What are the laws? Are you allowed to record the cops over there? I mean, are you allowed? I've seen some people kind of get in trouble for that over there on videos. I wonder how many get slapped for not carrying a pew-pew. Dude, a lot of police over there do have issues because they aren't allowed. Most officers don't carry firearms. And there's been a lot of problems. That's not to be a dick, but that's why a lot of UK cops won't go do anything about the illegals. They know the illegals have knives, bats, and or pew-pews, and they will use them. So you are just armed with a little stick or something or a taser, and tasers don't work on a lot of people, folks. Anybody that's ever seen a Tough Mudder knows that. They got taser things hanging down, and some people just blops it. Other people go right on through them all, getting zapped, never feel it. So if you're a cop and you're armed with jack and shit, and you're up against a bunch of these people that have whatever they want to have for weaponry, yeah. I'm going to say it right now. UK cops are fascists. Sorry. A lot of UK cops are fascist pieces of shit. But even the good ones are outnumbered, outgunned. not allowed to defend themselves for real. So it's tough to stand up. Also, since you know your government don't give a shit about you, so I don't know. Kind of makes it tough. At least in our country, the good cops, which I think is about 60%. Yeah, I know. Some people could say it's less, some more. I think 40% of our cops are shit. But all in all, Americans still support our police. Our government still, all in all, supports our police. Over in the UK, not so much. Hey, we're going to send you out to do this shit without, we're going to give you crap to defend yourself. Also, I noticed, our police officers, except for the girls, our police officers over here look like cops. Cops over there, guys my size and whiter than me going, now you don't do that. You said a bad word. I don't know. I would put our police up against the UK cops any day. Sorry, GCR. I'll take 10 of our police up against 10 of yours. And it ain't going to be pretty. And I don't think many do. That's certainly what it seems, yeah. How much I'm enjoying the shutdown is still... Hey, what shutdown? Jay Watterson. Shutdown? I haven't felt a damn thing, have you? Most people I know haven't felt nothing. Nobody's forgotten about Epstein. Nobody's forgotten about it. I just still am of a different mind than you are. I think there's nothing there. In fact, before I came on here, I was trying to do my meds and I was, feeding my dogs and stuff and getting a few things done so the wife doesn't have to do it in the morning. And I was watching a little bit of an Andrew Wilson debate. And there was a guy there that says he doesn't think there's anything there. He's not sure there ever was. It was a bullshit thing said out loud to get people to think something or because people wanted to cover their ass back in the day. I don't know if I'd go that far. I would say if there was ever any evidence, once again, I think it's gone. Long gone. And I don't think Trump knew it. I don't think Kash Patel knew it. Bongino knew it until they got in there. Then they got in there and went, well, shit. We talked big, now we're screwed. And unfortunately, Pammy didn't get the memo too quick. She went out doing all this crap, and then suddenly they went and told Pammy, oh, there's jack shit. Oh, crap. I really am starting to wonder if the guy on the debate I was watching was right. They all thought there was something there. They'd heard it for decade or however many years, through 3 different terms of presidents, they'd heard Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files. I think a lot of them thought it was there. And either it was never there, or it was and is been destroyed. I mean, I'm going to say right now, what jackass, I'm not a smart person. I am barely smarter than my left tennis shoe. But I would not leave scads of evidence all over to get myself convicted of anything, let alone shit like that. There is no way I think that they would just leave scads of evidence for this laying around. I still think there may have, I'm not sure about the may have never been anything. The guy in that debate, I don't know if he's right about that. But I think if there was something, it's been gone for years. Once somebody got even thinking about, hey, we're going to release this, somebody went, red alert, destroy this. We are taking insanely powerful people. There's no way they're going to leave that shit out there. I mean, you almost got to be like Keystone Cops, leave that info running around out there. I think there is nothing left. I just do. Do I think we know everything? Nope, but doesn't matter. I've said that before too. It doesn't matter what they release on JFK. It doesn't matter what they release on Martin Luther King. It doesn't matter what they release on Epstein. It will never be enough for most people. Some people go, well, it didn't confirm my beliefs, so nope, not real. Well, I don't see enough. Not real. The right person didn't go to jail. Not real. It will never be enough. Same with 9/11. Never be enough. The conspiracy's been built up. It's been festering. Now so many people have such beliefs in the stuff. It will never, ever be enough. I'm just saying. It could come out for 9/11 today that Sheikh Bob and Sheikh Joe were involved from Saudi Arabia, were involved and put money in. And, oh my God, we can go after them. And then somebody's still not going to be happy. Go, what about Sheik, Eric, and Habuba over here? They still will not be happy. I do not think most of our conspiracy theories today, that I think are probably partially right, will ever be enough for people, no matter what is released. Because everybody's got in their mind what they think it is, and if that's not what's released, dumb. Not going to happen. Because I'll say it right now. If these women who were out there making big speeches lately had anything, they would have released their list. They're making big mouthing, we're going to release names, and then do nothing. Everybody says shit. Nobody does anything. Even people on other sides of this. The people supposedly touched. The people were messed with. Other governments. Nobody. I don't think it's out there. I don't think, if it was, it isn't. It's gone. Nobody will ever be happy. Oh, okay. So GTR, you are allowed to record the police as they arrest you for making bad jokes. I've even seen some YouTubers from the UK lately actually starting to say and limit their speech at times. It's like, ooh, that's not good. They really need to frisk someone because he wanted to. Huh? Well, Jimmy, that's what happens when you're in a country that don't have the laws we do and the rights we do. We have rights under our Constitution. A lot of countries don't. And not to be mean to GTR, but the UK, I'm sorry, you really don't have, freedom of speech is not a thing in the UK. It's not enshrined in your founding documents. It's not one of your top beliefs. There's no real laws of freedom of speech over there. There's no real laws of self-defense. Half our stuff, the search and seizure. Tons of stuff, privacy laws. We have a lot enshrined in our Constitution that many countries just don't have. People go, well, we have the freedom. Really? Do you have this in as your top laws? No. Well, then you don't have it. You don't have it. Nobel Peace Prize isn't worth the medal it's made with. Oh, Jimmy, come on. Come on, Jimmy. Really? You don't think Barack Obama deserved the Nobel Peace Prize 2 days after he got elected? I don't know what's wrong with you, Jimmy. I thought you were better than that. God, Jimmy. Sounds like you don't like the brown Baracks. Yeah, come on. Soon as anybody that even had an inkling that Peace Prize was still worth something really should have lost that as soon as Barack Obama got it for doing jack and shit. And now Trump can't get it. It is stupid. Jay Watterson is right. I like that. Yeah, there's a good chance. If you on my, I don't know, Jay Watterson, I would like to think you're right, but my channel is so tiny. Even the insane UK government, even Starmer can't find me. I'm tiny. I'm nothing. I'm not even a squirt of hamster piss out here in this ocean. So I'm not sure he can find me. So I think you're safe on my channel. Now, if you were on, let's say, Salty Cracker or something else doing that, yeah, you're probably not going to the UK anytime soon, or Timcast or something, where even Sargon of Akkad was worried about when he went home what they would do after some of the stuff he said over here. So far, they haven't messed with him, but now, if my channel had maybe 10,000 subscribers, which I'm sure will never happen. I know that's defeatist, but I'm sure it will never happen. YouTube has made sure of that, even under their new regime. Maybe, but I think I'm too small, even Keir Starmer to care about. I'd like to think I could ever get that power. I'd have enough power that if you comment on my chat and you don't go to the UK, because you'd be arrested. It's kind of nice to ever have a channel that size. I don't want to leave Alabama, let alone go to the UK. Jimmy, you know what? A lot of people always talk about traveling to other countries. We live in one of the largest countries in the world with one of the most diverse biosystems on Earth. How many people like talk about, I've traveled to Cancun, I go to Mexico, I've gone to Paris, I've gone to London. Not picking on London, GT. Oh, actually, London, From what I hear from a lot of people, London's kind of a cesspool anymore, and be careful there. And it's crazy expensive. You go to London, I've gone here, I've gone there. Then you go, oh yeah? How many states have you been to in America? Well, just my home state. And that just shocks me. I've been to 48 out of the 50 states, many of them twice, 3 times, all by vehicle. Driving across this country, this is huge. Haven't done Alaska and Hawaii. Well, Hawaii, because one, I'm poor. Alaska, because, I don't know, that's cold. But I've been to 48 out of 50 states. I've seen almost every landmark except Mount Rushmore. It was a scheduling thing with a vacation ending. But, so we had to skip that. But I've seen Petrified Forest. I've seen Zion National Canyon, Grand Canyon. I've been to the Sequoias. I've been to Washington, D.C. I've been all over this country. I've been to Daytona Beach. I've been to Panama City. I've been to Texas. I've seen Pitcher, Oklahoma, the abandoned town because of the mines there. I've been all over. But people are so idiotic. I grew up in Missouri. So what have you, but I've been to this country, this country, this country. But what have you seen in our country? Well, I've never been out of Missouri. Then what the fuck? Maybe pay attention to our country. No matter what they release, conspiracies are still true. Well, I don't know if they're true. See, the problem is, Jay Watterson, we don't know if they're true. Because it doesn't matter if it's true or not. It will never satisfy anybody. The conspiracies could be 100% false. Honestly, the conspiracies could be 100% false. But it doesn't matter what's released. It will never satisfy anybody. They could release every single flippin' document, piece of data, videotape, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, every piece of videotape, data, and list that is in your mind as what you think is out there, and it will still never be enough for somebody or most people. Most people are going to go, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It could be false, it could be true. No matter what they release, it will never be enough. JFK proved that. Oh, GTR, if in the UK, yeah, I'm betting you're on a watch list. I'm betting you are. You are way too. I've seen you on Facebook and everything, buddy. Everything else, yeah, you're on a list. You're gonna be grabbed. Now, Pajerico, he's staying a little below the wire here, so he's probably not on a list yet. But I've told him be careful over there. I'll bet Bexy's on one. Hell, over here, GTR, they say if you haven't been in Facebook jail, you are not doing things right. Bunny, what is up? How you doing, Bunny? All right, but we're going to move on a little bit here. Do me a favor, guys. I haven't said it yet. Give me a thumbs up, whether you're on Rumble or YouTube. I appreciate it. Like I said, I know my channel's not going to grow big. One, I'm too stupid. I'm too insane. I'm too funny looking, and my voice sucks. And YouTube has made sure that they admitted as much in my discussions with them. Don't care. I'm small and they ain't letting nobody grow. Not very many. Not unless you got the connections and the money of, Benny Johnson and stuff. Hell, even Gary from Nerdrotic says he feels for anybody trying to grow on YouTube if YouTube doesn't like you these days. Because they've made it insanely tough. I admit that's true because I've had other YouTube channels, including a political one, and it grew much faster than this. My political channel on YouTube nixed me. I'd hit just about 4,900, 5,000 people, and they nixed me. My Urban Exploring channel was at 4,500 at its height. Tough Topics, we were at, I think, 6,000. All those grew insanely faster with much less than this channel. So, just saying. Especially since I'll talk to them, they've admitted. Okay. I've been in Facebook jail a time or two. Yeah, I've been in it a lot. They warned me for a while that if I got in trouble one more time, I could be out. It's like, And I just like to go in there and poke. Yeah, GTR, I call it farce book too. You've seen me post that a lot. Farce book. I'm on my 7th. Jimmy, I like that. That's good. Now that's a man who's working. You got 7 accounts. Messing with people. I love it. All right. Now, let's talk about this. The government shutdown, since it was brought up. The Democrats have openly admitted they are going to keep this shutdown going until airplanes, as Schumer said, until airplanes start falling from the sky. And then other Democrats are going, shut the fuck up. Even other Democrats went, are you stupid? A lot of people say that they're trying to, I haven't seen it, but they're saying some Democrats have said they are going to keep the government shut down until after the No Kings protest. So they don't want to piss off their base by opening the government up. They don't want these lefties pissed at them. They want to make sure that focuses on Trump. So they're going to do no matter what. They're going to keep it shut down. But dude, when you're losing NBC and CNN, holy shit. When Kristen Welker is she's a piece of shit. She makes Hairy Arm Girl look, Caitlin Collins, make her look friggin' great. Kristen Welker is a turd in the punch bowl. But when she admits it, and Jake Tapper admits it's the Democrats, woof. Let me reboot this real quick, sorry. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I've tried, and it just isn't signaling half the time. All right, so here's Kristen Welker.
But let me ask you, because you say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past.
Advocated for the whole time Biden was in office, or Obama. Come on, just do a clean CR. And Republicans, okay. Go along with. That's been the status quo to pass this clean CR, which I know Jay Watterson and Jimmy, I know all you guys out there right now are going, bullshit. We should never do that. We should have to have a budget, not just keep doing this, kicking the can down the road. But the status quo was we all come together to kick the can down the road just to keep the government open so nobody gets effed in this country. But Democrats, when it comes, nope, because Orange Man. Orange Man, that is the excuse for everything. Gotta stop Cheeto. So, yeah, now let's see what zombie... God, he looks like such a Night of the Living Dead, man. Something wrong with that boy. But, all right. Let me pull this down, because now we are moving into stuff where I wanted you to see. So, me talking earlier was okay. But this is... Good God. There we go. All right. Now I want you to see this one. Sorry. The other ones I didn't mind talking, but here's the one I do want you to see.
Let me ask you, because you say this is a Republican shutdown, but it's Democratic senators who are withholding their votes on what is called a clean resolution. That means no strings attached, which is something, quite frankly, Leader, that you and other Democrats have advocated for in the past. Take a look.
But.
You do not use the threat of shutting down government to try to advance your policy agenda.
First thing that the House has to do is pass a clean 6-week CR.
A continuing resolution
that
is at the fiscal year 2023 levels is the only way forward.
I love how they actually, NBC, holy shit, NBC actually did some journalism, and when they knew they were having Hakeem Jeffries on, they threw a clip of him on there even. I just love how they did that. They threw him under the bus. Yeah, I am Timu Spartacus, yeah. Oh my gosh. Jackson's channel at 120K subscribers. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me going. He probably would. Probably does. He loves the camera too much. In fact, I don't know where he is. It's kind of creepy him not being here. But yeah, I just love how they threw him under the bus even. It's almost, I don't know what is going on, how suddenly NBC and CNN both woke up and just decided, yep, let's throw them Democrats under the bus. It's like once in a while they have to be honest. I don't know. Kind of scary in a way.
So you're blaming the Republicans for the shutdown.
As loud as it goes.
In point of fact, it's the Democrats in the Senate who are refusing to vote for the clean continuing resolution to fund the government for 7 weeks. I mean, that just as a point of fact, the way that we have always covered shutdowns is that the party that is not voting for the CR, the continuing resolution to fund the government, is the party that is blocking the government funding and is responsible for the shutdown. That's how we did it the last time.
Look at her face. She is partially pissed off at him for telling the truth and calling out their bullshit, but she's also just, oh, whatever, we don't care. Our hypocrisy knows no bounds. I will make an excuse. God, I wonder if the other one is louder than this. This is quiet.
In 2018, 2019.
Let me see if I can see if this one's any louder.
For the shutdown. But
no, it's louder. Here, I'll switch. I'll switch to this one. It's louder. You guys can probably hear it.
So you're blaming the Republicans for the shutdown, but in point of fact, it's the Democrats in the Senate who are refusing to vote for the clean continuing resolution to fund the government for 7 weeks. I mean, that just as a point of fact, the way that we have always covered shutdowns is that the party that is not voting for the CR, the continuing resolution to fund the government, is the party that is blocking the government funding and is responsible for the shutdown. That's how we did it the last time in 2018, 2019. That's the time we did before that during the Obama administration. I mean, it's your party that is refusing in the Senate that is refusing to vote for the continuing resolution. So,
I love it. It's just crazy how once in a great while CNN, NBC tell the truth. Frightening almost. It's just, I don't know. I just thought it was crazy. Crazy. It's such an old name, typical 60s name. My mom let 4 brothers name. What's wrong with Connie? Connie's not that bad. I mean, come on, King of the Hill. Connie Supanusensen or whatever her name is. I don't think Connie's an old name. Now, Esther, that's an old name. There's some other names that are pretty rough old names, you know. My grandma's name, rest in peace, Alta. You don't hear a lot of Altas, or you don't hear a lot of Esthers. There's some others that are pretty rough. Oh my God, Jay Watterson, he heard you. Look over my shoulder, see something moving. He's right there. Probably he wants food. No, he's creeping this way. Don't you claw me in the leg, turd. Hi. I need to get a cat condo back here so you can sit behind. Don't I? Like, they name you Astro after the... Hey! You realize Astro is related to Scooby-Doo, right? But no, I just kind of enjoyed that for once they had to tell the truth. They really did. All right. This is... We're going to move into some stupidity here. This is why I shrunk my camera down. I don't mind me chatting away for a while. You guys hear Joe Rogan. I wasn't too worried about you seeing him. But this I wanted, and now what we're going into. People wonder why dating, men especially, aren't wanting to date these days. Because one, women are lefty insane. They got the no, as soon as you see the hog ring in or the piercing, men are like, nope, nope and out. They know right away. That marking is, no, that's insanity. If you see a guy with it, it's even worse. But they're out. Now, oh boy, now we have the new one. The big gooners. The women gooner gate. This book is nuts. Morning Glory Milking Farm. Shit. When guys fantasize, they may go watch some prawns. But guys are usually fantasizing about human women. The women these days are fantasizing about doing it with the dude you see on the screen there. And talking about how he can squirt in gallons. Yeah. And doing it with knotting. If you know what knotting is, if you don't, go look it up. Oh, he knots It's a knot. Oh my God, it feels so good. No. They're talking about women are glorifying having relations with critters. That's these books. This is the greatest trend now. This is insane. Top audiobooks are these crazy ones. Morning Glory Milking Farm. Cambric Creek, Sweet and Steamy Monster Romance, Book 1. Book 1. Sweet and Steamy Monster Romance. Women are glorifying, thinking about banging monsters and critters. There was even a clip I saw, I don't know if I can find it again, of a woman going, oh, I want my husband to read this. Dude better divorce her quick. Literally, this book talks about she gets a job and doing stuff with this dude right in the picture and other critters. It is nuts. Hey. Now, if you look, men are looking at this shit and going, are you nuts? I may fantasize about Elle McPherson or hell, even, I don't know. There's a lot of hotties out there today. You can look at it. My God, these are going, I'd like to bang an animal. And then they're fantasizing about some 2-foot-long dinger that can go and fill a milk jug. And they wonder why men aren't interested in them. This was cute, but ultimately solidified my love of enemies to lovers, rivals to lovers. I did appreciate their connection and romance. This is about a woman doing goofy shit with animals and mythical beasts and monsters. I found myself instantly bored when it finally happened. Which is why I prefer books end with them getting together. She's mad that it didn't show the animal stuff at the end only. Because, oh my God, after they do it, and I just don't know, I'm bored with it. I'm moving on. Even if they do it 10, 20 times. On top of that, the repetitive descriptions of the acts got old very quickly because it was the same thing almost every time. I do not need to hear about her job in this level of detail every time she clocks in. Then why were you reading this insane shit? Finally, his nickname for her sweetheart was like every sentence at one point became obnoxious. That's your problem with it. Not the fact that they had these descriptions. Not the fact that she is making these creatures, and this is not the only book, making these creatures gallons and then doing goofy shit with them. That's not your problem. It's just that they said it multiple times. This is the latest, greatest thing in women's books. There are women who are posing in front of libraries full of these insane books. Talk about, oh my God, this is my great girl and beast, library. I think this could have been 120, 140 pages shorter for a more fun experience. A more fun experience of doinking beasts and critters and doing goofy, getting whitewashed. How's that? Sorry, Connie. This is crazy. No wonder. Regardless, it was a good wind-down book after the intense fantasy I had just finished. So somebody doinking minotaurs, filling jugs of their goo or whatever, was your wind down? What fantasy book did this person read before? That this was their wind down. I do like the world the author created. And we wonder why men and women aren't dating. It's nuts. Yeah, another one. Abducted by the billionaire werewolf is another one. Yike. This is just getting nuts. Oh, it's just crazy. The Call of the Cthulhu, yeah. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can. Don't know if I can get this all out. He had told her that all Minotaurs patronized milking establishments. Great, perfect, real smooth, so professional. See, old man actually casually talking about doinking off before breakfast. That's like, that's okay or something. You're as bad as Cal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to read a lot of that, but geez Louise. A lot of you people are joking about Morning Glory Milking Farm, but I know some of you people would fold and send in a job application if there was Sume Ranch. I don't even know how to say that. Ranch that was hiring studs was paying 70 to 80K with insurance. It's not the same. Human on human is one thing. These are people talking about doing werewolves and nodding. If you don't know what nodding is, I ain't going to describe it, but some of you know. Nodding and dinging minotaurs and other beasts. And it's really, really graphic crap. And this thing, they're saying, is tame. Book Talk Ham Beast Foids are reading. That's what they're calling some of these people. Book Talk, as in TikTok, Ham Beast Foids. Yeah. Female-oriented prawns is more deranged than what the average man finds enjoyable, yeah. Men will see a hot bikini bottle and go, yeah, and that'll be the fantasy. They're doing critters. It's just Stormlight series. Oh my lord. Yeah. This is, I don't know, guys. This is just insane crap. Oh, Lord. Let's see. I want to see what some of these comments are. I think Shoe on Head did something on this, too. Somebody sent me an email saying Shoe on Head did a video about this, too. So, yeah, it's... I think, if you want to look that up, look up Shoe on Head. Because it's just, what the absolute crazy. Nobody responded to that one. I'm just curious. Sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring. I'm just curious to see if anybody responded to any. Oh, there. Shoe on Head. I read Popular Romance Novel Morning Glory Milking Farm. Go check out her video. I'm sure she does a lot better describing this than I did. It's like, here, let me play 30 seconds. There's got a 30-second clip here. Let's play that. Let me make sure my shit is going to boot up. So, yeah, this will be a little warm up. Go watch her video.
You fantasize about dating the quiet, shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book, except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. I
don't know about you. I'm a guy. If I was going to fantasize, it wouldn't be about doing an animal. She's pretty hot herself, so...
Let you in on a little secret. The quiet nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100 bodies. Now you fantasize...
Oh, there's a reason she's got millions of followers. So yeah, here's the, go check out Shoe. She's Shoe on Head. Go check out the video, her new video. I'm sure she does a much better job. Even that part, that makes me, well, I'm going to have to go watch it now. I'd play it on here and respond, but we're already kind of deep in here. Let me catch up with you guys a little bit. There's, you know so much of the prawn industry, Bunny. Oh, no. Kingpin when he milks the bull. Ah, Jimmy. God damn it, dude. A lot of unemployed government workers under prawn support. Well, hey, they can learn to code, Jimmy. Or they can learn to OnlyFans. Zish. I'm sorry. You got to be careful saying that on here, don't you? Only shop fans. You know, those things that blow air in your workshop. Huh. Bunny's review. Late night adventures with GCS. Sorry, I'm reading back here. Trying to catch up with you guys. I mean, I let it go a long ways. All right, there we are. I watched too much YouTube. I actually went to college to be a secretary and ended up working in the medical nursing field. Wow. Nothing like Clerks 2. Oh, Clerks 2 and the donkey. Yeah. No, Jimmy. This is other actual beasts and critters. And from what I looked up on the book, I can't even talk about a lot of it here. I'm sure she does a much better job of getting out. Plus, her channel, she has millions of followers. So I'm betting she can say stuff that I can't. That's the way it works. That's the way YouTube works. Rules aren't equal across the board. Shows like crazy, the kinky, crazy left side. Yeah, it is. It is, 100%. You're not going to see a lot of center-right people reading this stuff, especially the women. Because those women go, yeah, dude, I want a dude. I want a guy. These are lonely cat ladies probably on the left. Probably big shamoos going, oh, I can't get nothing else. Shoe is a closet furry. I don't know. I think she's married with kids, isn't she? I know she's cute. Part of the septum nose reality. Yes, it is, Jimmy. You know 100% that's the lefties doing that. Let me see. I wonder if there's any wonder what I get to get people that have read this. Some people, I don't know if I type in videos, reactions. Ooh, here we go. Nope, that's her again. No. Reaction videos. There we go. Let's try reaction videos. If I can learn to spell. I went to public school. Can you tell? That's not a video. Oh, no. I don't know what that is, but I'm not doing that. The way the cows reacted, I'm actually dead. What? Oh, that's good. It's plop. That's not. Okay. That's weird. Weird. Nope. Oh, okay. She's another picture. Wow. Coming up a lot of her. Coming up with a lot of her. Found out you ladies are effing sick. Morning Glory Milking Farm. Really? I hate this world abusing. Please, I want the moon to take us out. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I'll get back here in a sec. We got something else to move on to, but. She keeps saying the whole time there's a load of romance. It's so romantic. Fans of the book will love it. Then she comes up with, and there's loads of SE in it. I don't know if I could even play that. I don't know.
I keep saying to everyone, I feel like that each season has a really different energy.
Oh, my headphones are being turds again. There we go. Boy, I'm going to
I think
replace
season
these.
1 was like passion. Season 2.
Oh, okay, this ain't it. So it didn't go with it. Okay. So I'm not going to get video reactions. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I could find them. But it's not giving me those right away. All right. Let me catch up with you guys. We're going to move on. But yeah, just what the F. Go look up Shoe on Head's video. I'm sure I'm going to look at it. I'll look it up after this. I would react to it right now, but I wonder what her video comes up as. Let's see. Let's see what it comes up. How long is it? If it's long, I probably won't. Maybe we'll do another video reacting to it sometime. It is 30 minutes. Maybe we'll do a video tomorrow. We'll react to it. Because I want to make sure I talk enough. Because if I'm going to use any of her stuff, other than that, go watch it. Go watch it. Because I'm betting it's going to be freaking nuts. Yeah, she has 2.3 million subscribers. And this has 1.7 million views. Whoa, monkey. Holy crap. So yeah, go check that out. Whew. You just seen, what the hell? Is that the book on the shelf? Nope. Actually, no, there are no books behind me, I don't think. Oh, actually, my books are down bottom where you can't see. Including my Star Trek Enterprise, all the blueprints books for that. All right. But, hey, speaking of UK, I thought you guys would like this. Look at this crap. Dude, you can't. It's just. We live in clown world. GTR, if you're still here, buddy, this is your home. Titania McGrath, my friends and I have been out all day protesting against this ceasefire. She's talking about the Israel-Hamas ceasefire. They're protesting against it. Why? Come on, you know why. Because Orange Man did it. We demand a ceasefire that wasn't arranged by Donald Trump. We will never give up the struggle for peace. I really hoped this was a parody. I really did. This is stupid. Duh fuck? Oh, I hope this chick is just being funny. I did answer because I don't know. I said, are you totally retarded? I said, and never go full potato. I'm really hoping she's a parody. I don't know. If you guys know, I mean, let me know. Her shit there is not looking like it. I pulled this up. That's all I was looking at earlier, and I pulled this up, and as I saw this, I was like, oof. Non-white. What is an ecosexual? I have no idea what that is. My pronouns are variable. Selfless and brave. Activist, healer, radical, intersectional poet. I don't think she's joking. I think she's real. That's a good one. That is a good one. Let's negotiate. I will blow shit up. Let's negotiate. I will blow shit up. I will blow shit up. Let's negotiate. Exactly. Hey. No, Jay Waters, only 3,000 are mine. Actually, I haven't watched it yet. I'll have to watch it later. I'm betting she does a much better job than me. I mean, come on. 2.3 million subscribers. Whoa! Oh, I'd be happy to have 3,000 of that. Whew. Truly unacceptable. The wars must continue until Democrats are in charge again. 100%. That is what this is. I really thought this chick was nuts, but it looks like she's serious. Gaza peace deal announced. Major victory for Trump administration. Please work. Democrats, all the lefties, please fail. I mean, my God, these people are. Anybody that says TDS is not real, just come on. Now, this one I would agree with. Federal judge says Trump lacks authority to make a peace deal. Orders Israel and Hamas to keep fighting. I am reposting that. That is crazy good. That is crazy good. It is a parody account? Is it? Well, she acts serious. Even if it isn't, it's still funny with all the responses. I like the responses even better. Well, if it's a parody account, she's got it set up good because it looks unparody. But I said I didn't know if it was. Trump cures cancer. Curing cancer is racist. We have the right to die from cancer. Dude, that is so true. I mean, come on, look at the Tylenol stuff. Look at the Tylenol stuff. I saw somebody today blaming Trump. Going, well, Trump says don't take Tylenol no matter. No. They just said you shouldn't take it if you're pregnant. They were trying to say Trump said don't take Tylenol anymore. Nobody should take Tylenol. He didn't say that. It's like they said, oh, Trump said drink bleach. Shut up. Trump did not say drink bleach. People are stupid. And by the way, the thing he was talking about, the thing Trump was talking about was an actual medical device that they could run down with a light into your lungs and kill the bugs in the lungs. But then that was taken down after Trump said it because, oh my God. By the way, everybody, do me a favor, as Bunny always reminded me, and so did a couple other people. Please, Jay Watterson sometimes reminds me of this. Please hit thumbs up for the stream. I don't ask you to subscribe if you just run into this channel, but check back once in a while and see if I can do enough to earn a subscription from you. I'm also on Rumble right now, and Rumble has a few people over there. How you doing over on Rumble? I'm Lions Den WS6 and Rumble. All my links are in the description for this video. You know, I am very lacking on my Instagram. Johnny McGrath is a priority account. It's used to have a different name. Okay. Well, hey, I was just going by what it's posted. I looked at the link at that, her description, and I just went with it. But I was hoping it was a parody account because, dude, come on. But I love the answers. The answers are best. I love this. Former McDonald's employees brokers historic peace deal between Israel and Hamas. It's funny because the Israel and Hamas people were all saying that Trump should get the Peace Prize and saying thanking Trump. It's funny. Now that's a good one. Free Palestine. I just did. Oh, God. Some of these are just epic. Because you know that left, how much have you heard them talk about suddenly the Israel-Palestine thing? They don't want to talk about it. Trump fixed it, and, well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think even Donald Trump can fix 2,000 plus years of hatred and fighting. And yes, it was going on long before Israel was reformed in the 40s or whatever. Jews were given their home back or whatever. I don't care. This has been going on for thousands of years. I don't know if that's a big lift. But the fact that Trump even stopped it a little bit, hey, that's something. I just want a free Palestine, be honest. I am being honest, be honest. I just want to end all Jews. Thank you. Oh, I love it. I did like that. I'm not saying you're the dumbest person in the world, but you better hope the dumbest person doesn't die. That guy is a treasure, I'm telling you. Ding. Don't drink your piss, liberals. Yep. 100%. But I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, seriously, do you think, I'm going to ask you a question though. Do you think this peace will last? Do you think it will last? How long do you think it will last? There's a better one. This is for anybody, honestly. But I do like that Trump does it and they suddenly go silent. There were a few lefty media people who were like, well, gotta give him some credit, damn it. He did it. For now. For now. I don't think anybody that's a Trump supporter is delusional enough to think, I'm sure there's a few, to think that, my God, it's all good. And we're all going, yeah, that's great, dude. You did a good job. You did something nobody else could do, but now can you maintain it? Send them a bunch of books of animal milking farm. Send them that. Maybe that'll stop them. They'll be like, yeah, this is what America's capable of. Let's see. Only peaked, right? K-Candy. Don't let Jay Watt believe he did more than peak. Welcome, Kay. And yes, you're right. Jay Watterson, he's definitely read the whole book. In fact, I bet he's got a couple more. I bet he's got a whole library just like it. Oh, no. I like screen shit, so I know what it is supposed to be. How long am I here tonight? Well, I've already been on for an hour and 45 minutes. Probably be on another 15 minutes to half hour. Got a couple more things I want to talk about. Not doing too bad, Kay. How's it going? I don't know if it's morning or night for you. For me, it is 5:17 a.m. on Monday the 13th. Ooh. Screw Friday the 13th. It's Monday the 13th you have to worry about, folks. All right, so how long do you guys think this will last is what I'm asking. Do you think it will actually last? Do you think aren't the hostages supposed to be released? Is it today? Or did I miss it yesterday when I was taking my dad to a couple places? I know Trump was flying over there. I thought it was today, but Monday the 13th, that's not a good time to release them. Ooh. Nah, Monday the 13th, that's evil. So, no, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I give it a 40 or 50% chance of lasting. I hate to be a jerk. I just don't know. This is a big lift. Oh, let's see here. But no, I'm a little unsure on that. Oh, a little flashback to Joe Rogan's little fit earlier about, oh my God, it looks so bad, these illegals and breaking up families. You know what? Don't care. Why don't I care? Because you're here illegal. You're here illegally. Come on, reboot. Aww. All right. I don't care. His knee's not on her neck. His knee is between her shoulders, between her shoulder blades. And I don't care. I have to ask you guys a question. Okay, Joshua here. In Chicago, 4 vehicles descended on 8 ICE agents moved to kidnap a child. I don't give a shit. Is she a citizen? Too bad. Go home. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm more like Philibonte that's on Timcast IRL. I don't care. I don't care who you are. If you're here illegally, DTFO. I don't give a rat's ass if you're 70. I don't care if you're 14. You're an illegal alien. Get out. Hell, the 15-year-olds, the kids are even worse because they are taking away school slots, school money, lunches, bunch of stuff from our children. That's even worse. How about instead of not protecting ourselves, protecting our children? Our children don't need to be displaced and made second place to illegal alien children. So I don't give a shit about how old they are. Illegal is illegal. You're running from the police. You don't run unless you're doing something wrong this time. She screams, I'm 15. His ICE yanks her from the car and kneels on her neck. No, that knee is between her shoulder blades. And $100 says he ain't got his weight on her or he would have crushed her. That's a big dude. This is not about immigration enforcement. It's about terrorizing Americans. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was she an American citizen? I'm going to say no. This is Democrats. Oh, terrorizing Americans. Wrong answer. Not an American. If it's an illegal alien, you're not an American. Let's see. What does anybody think about this? Let's see here. See, then he changes down here. American citizen terrorizing Americans. Then whether this girl was a citizen, legal resident, or undocumented. No, illegal. Illegal. You can't say legal citizen in one breath and then say undocumented the next. What's the come on, Democrats. What's the opposite of legal citizen? Illegal. Illegal is the opposite of legal. But they don't want to do that. Undocumented. Whether she was perfectly law-abiding or accused of a crime is irrelevant. Bullshit. Would you be saying that if I was an American citizen? No. Then it's suddenly very relevant. Well, this American broke the law, so, well, too bad. Well, this illegal, doesn't matter if they broke the law. Once again, they are making you and me, all citizens, second class to illegals. Illegals can do whatever they want, doesn't matter. We are behind them and under them because laws only apply to us. They can only separate us from our kids. They can only put us in jail for committing crimes. Yeah. But hey, don't do it to an illegal. A grown man kneeling on the neck. It wasn't the neck of a 15-year-old girl. Wasn't resisting. She was running and he caught her. That is resisting. That is resisting. Boy, this is peak hypocrisy. The point is to normalize dehumanization. You mean like lefties calling everybody that voted for Trump a threat to democracy, Nazis, Hitlers, yeah, fascists, even though you're the fascist. You're going to take away the rights from the Browns people. You're going to take away rights from women's. You hate women, you hate this, you hate that. Really? You mean like how you guys dehumanized Charlie Kirk and then ended his life? Do you really hear yourselves? This is exactly correct. You're an idiot. Then you target another group. There has to be a starting point. Illegals are our enemies. They are. Then you target another group. Oh, shut up. You mean like you guys do? These people have no self-awareness of any type. Oopsie. Yeah, I saw this earlier, and I thought you kind of like that hypocrisy fell on them. You forgot to mention she was wanted for a string of Chicago public transit attacks. Oops. Girl 15 charged in a string of Chicago public transit attacks. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, darn. Huh. Whoopsie. Everybody's calling it out. Oopsie. I mean, come on. This chick is 15. She's attacking people older than her. She attacks a 19-year-old, a 26-year-old, a 23-year-old. If she can attack adults, then I think the adults can attack back. Funny how they always leave stuff out, isn't it? I like that one. Big or small, deport them all. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm reposting that. Nice one, Houdini 1000. Big or small, deport them all. Ooh, that's almost better than that's almost better. I do share this one a lot. In fact, I'm going to have to call that today. I got a good place they can go to look in Moline, Illinois. Let me help them out. Look around, guys. Look around where you live. I bet you all know where the illegal alien neighborhoods are. You know, where all the signs are from State Farm and all these other companies in Spanish only. Where seldom is heard an English word, and the illegals wander around all day. Sorry. It's Columbus Day. Yeah, it is. Monday the 13th. Otherwise, I told them all about your secret. Oh, no. Was that a kid or middle-aged midget? Well, Phil Labonte, Clint Russell. Clint Russell greater than Phil Labonte? I don't know. I have to say, I like Phil, though, because he's not only good with music, but he is really good with the politics. And I like him on there because he's actually tougher than a lot of the people on the Timcast staff about some of this stuff. He has, funny, for a rich celebrity guy, he has less shits to give than a lot of people. He's like, nope, go away, done, not fucking up my country. If they're not citizens, where in the hell do they think they have the same rights as citizens? That's lefties. Yeah, lefties. Well, the U.S. Constitution applies to everybody. Really? So you're saying our U.S. Constitution applies to the citizens of Egypt? No, our U.S. Constitution clearly says, and so do our immigration rules, under the jurisdiction thereof, citizens under the jurisdiction thereof the United States government. Illegal aliens are not under our jurisdiction of our government. They're under the jurisdiction of their country's government. Our rights and laws apply to us. We grant some to the illegals. We shouldn't. I don't think we should grant a single one. And personally, as I've said before, Jay Waterson's tired of hearing it. Trust me. If they come in without due process, they can leave the exact same way. I love how the Democrats only give a shit about due process after they get them in here. They defy, break all laws, all rules, flying them in, ushering them in, giving them $8,000 a month, giving them hotel rooms and PlayStations and cell phones and medical. Don't give a shit about any due process or what they're taking from you and me. But then suddenly when somebody makes them leave, due process. No. This is where I think Trump is being way too nice. If I was him, oh boy, people think Trump is rough. I would just drag them out and tell all these judges, F off. You do not have the right to even rule in this. The Supreme Court's already said it multiple times that these district judges have no right doing this. They are trying to usurp the power of the executive branch. They do not have that power. And they still keep doing it. And unfortunately, Trump keeps going, well, we'll win it in court. Fuck off. You need to say, President Trump, you need to say, screw you, enforce it, they're gone. Boot them. Stop listening because they're doing illegal rulings. Yeah, you win 95% of these, but how long does it slow you down? Stop letting this happen. Trump needs to stand up and just put the boot down legally. Follow our laws. You tell Democrats you brought them in with no due process, they're going to leave with the exact same due process you used. And by the way, if you look up our laws, if you come in here illegally, you are not due process. You are supposed to be automatically deported. This fake due process for illegals is bullshit. Can we not say hell or ass? Yeah, you can. You can say it. I don't care. I say goofy words. And I do try to dance because I'm on not, for the Rumble people over there, it doesn't matter. But for YouTube, it does matter sometimes when I'm mouthing it. It's actually a little freer for you guys in the chat. But yeah, you can say hell or ass. I don't care. I say rat's ass. I say they can go to hell. I don't care. Burns my ass. No, Bunny's just being careful. TNND is showing hostages being returned. Well, that's great, Jimmy. Thank you. That's good to know. I like how they did. It's sad how they said living and dead. It's like, God dang. Dude, I don't even want to know what half those hostages went through, especially if they were women. Oh. Even the men. People don't realize that Muslims have had a huge history of grape juicing male prisoners too. It's a thing for them. Yeah. Yeah, grape juicing. You can pick that out of there yourself. That's one I know I'm not saying on YouTube. Chocolate starfish, yes. Chocolate starfish. Rights are inherent. They don't come from the Constitution or Bill of Rights. The Constitution and Bill of Rights are a list of limitations placed on the government. Yes. But they do also list our rights. They give our rights in the Constitution. But it is mainly to tell the government their limits, but also tell the government, hey, your people have these rights and you're not supposed to stomp on them. Unfortunately, our government looks at that now and goes, whatever. Whatever. PNC game had a rolling sensor that wouldn't let you type number 1. Then a week later, 3. What? Really? Well, that's weird. Ray, wet dog. Hey, Ray, what's up? Anglo-Saxons are endangered and bitter. Maybe. Endangered and bitter. I don't know about bitter. How about just pissed off? It's not my fault that the Anglo-Saxons made most of technology since the last, couple thousand years. Just saying. Bunch of friggin' potty mouths up in here. Pretty much. I try to clean my mouth up. I say rat's ass and donkey's ass and a bunch of stuff a lot of times. Try to clean up my mechanic's mouth. You work on cars for a living for a few years and your language goes right down the toilet. Once you see what engineers do, their countries don't give us U.S. citizens' rights in their country. Yeah, 100%. That's true. Bunny, you're right. Other countries don't give us rights in their country. So, yeah, you're right. They'll arrest us. Hey, yeah, why doesn't our Constitution apply if I'm over in their country? Don't get my freedom of speech. Don't get all this stuff. Our Constitution does not apply to everybody. Doesn't even apply to us if we're over there. Just saying. You tell them I have freedom of speech. They're going to laugh at you. Good, Jimmy. Yeah, honestly, guys, do this. If you know neighborhoods in your area, call ICE. Hell yeah. Why not? I know at least 2. I've mentioned one, the one neighborhood Moline. I've mentioned it multiple times in this stream. They got a big proud sign of that neighborhood. So, hell, there's a outdoor festival every weekend or two down there that, hey, they could definitely have a few ICE agents there, and I'll bet that would clean that a lot. I bet it cut the people down in half. Just say, hey, ICE is going to be here. Well, hell, that neighborhood, I've already mentioned multiple times, that neighborhood is much thinner than it used to be. You used to drive by and the cars parked along both sides of that main street on that place were bumper to bumper. Now there's huge gaps and even a few houses up for sale or rent. Oopsie. Saw some really big yard sales and piles of stuff thrown out in places down there. I want the Gay for Palestine book tour. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be so good, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't even understand what the people are thinking with that Palestine crap. Dude, you gotta pay attention. These people don't even pay attention to what they don't have a clue what they're marching for or protesting against or anything else. One, they're just pure hatred for one. 2, they're stupid. They're steered by whatever the lefties tell them. These are the smooth-brained, brainwashed masses of doofuses out there. All right, so, let's see. Did I have any? We're looking for a better life. So are we. 100%. 100%. And it doesn't matter. If everybody that has a worse life than another country gets to go to that country that's better, how's any country ever going to get good? Because you're just going to be buried in other people from their countries. Hey, I got an idea. Stay in your third world nation and make it better. There's an idea. We fought wars to make this country better. We internally had major civil war to fight against each other to make this country better. We've had major kerfuffles in this country to make this country better, to keep it together. We've had a lot of issues. We stayed and fixed it. Other people, hey, we'll run over there and get free stuff. Nope. Stay and fix your country. Make your country less of a s-hole. How's that? Hey, Texan, what's up? Texan, if that's a white thing, then I don't want to be. I don't want to be something. I'm not going to say it, but yeah. If that's a white thing, I'm all for it. I like Swedish meatballs. Man. Even though it's funny, black people will yell at white people for having cornrows. You're taking my heritage. No, that's like the Vikings and Norse people did that. You are taking from them. It's just like slavery. Oh my God, you white people invented slavery. America was so bad. Really? I don't know. Slavery's been around for 10,000 plus years or 20,000 years. America's been around for 250 years. Weird. Hey, how about this? How about there's more slaves on this planet now than ever before, but it's all in brown countries. Oh no. Idiots never talk about that crap. How you doing, Texan? Rumor is Ice going to be at the Super Bowl. That'd be hilarious. Just have one guy go out in the middle of the field at halftime with a megaphone. All right, everybody, I'm from ICE. Just stay in your seats. We have agents coming around to talk to some of you right now. I want to see the stampede. Oh, God. The very fact we would have illegal aliens here that have enough money to pay for Super Bowl tickets, that should piss everybody off. That should piss everybody off. This is a good point right here. Oh, no, look, a crying child. We must throw away civilization and laws. Yeah. Funny how a crying American child of an American citizen, they don't care if that child is crying while mommy and daddy get arrested or jailed or separated from them. But once again, if it's the illegal alien, then we suddenly care. Then suddenly laws go down the toilet. How dare we have laws against the illegals? That's only for American citizens. How come lefties want due process to boot illegals who came in here without due process, but they don't want due process when illegal aliens commit crimes here? Just saying. Due process to leave, but not due process here for breaking their laws. Due process is holding them accountable just like you would an American citizen. But oh, no, no, no. Democrats have no real beliefs except what gives them power in the moment. That's how they can say both things. It's not hypocrisy. People think Democrats are Hippocratic, have hypocrisy, whatever. I don't think they do. Even I screw up and say it. I think it's just they have no true beliefs except what gives them power in the moment. That's just me. Super Bowl is going to suck this year. Halftime. No, go watch TPUSA's halftime. I'll say it. Screw Bad Bunny. The guy hates America. He's done stupid shit. He told everybody to learn Spanish to pay attention to his halftime show. Screw you. F off. You're in the wrong place. Go away. Go back to Puerto Rico and feel free. We speak English up here. The Super Bowl is America's game. We speak English. Go watch TPUSA's halftime. Screw there. Screw the Super Bowl halftime. Seriously. Yeah, Bad Bunny don't speak English. He speaks English. He just wants everybody else to speak their language. Bend. Even though he is an American, he's from Puerto Rico, but he hates America. It's weird. Apparently ICE is interested in the halftime show. I hope so. That'd be hilarious. But he's an American. A lot of people don't know that. He's Puerto Rican. So he's American light. How's that? Till you're a state, you're not full of American. How's that? Jimmy, I could be. I used to be able to do a lot of voices. In fact, I think if Bunny remembers, I used to be able to do a lot of voices on my old channels. And now my voice has gone enough, I don't think I can do most of them anymore. I can't even talk as deep as I used to anymore. Like Bubba J. But no, this is the best one right here. That is the best one. Oh no, look, a crying illegal alien child. We must throw away civilization. Crying American child. Democrats don't seem to give a shit. So yeah. Boo freaking who, exactly. And we can list hundreds of these. Maybe even thousands of these. Lake and Riley, Elizabeth Medina, Maria Gonzalez. Biden's open border is deadly, yeah. Yep, and there's thousands of these girls that are not alive anymore because of the illegals here. I like that. Ooh, there you go, Jimmy. There you go. What do you think of that one? Help your country and yourself. Deport all foreign invaders. I am reposting that. If you guys need these, look them up on Lion's Den. Lion's Den WS6. Sorry, I forgot my own handle on X. Lion's Den WS6 on X. They're right there. Yeah, call. Yeah, do that. Yeah, there you go. Show your patriotism. You know, I still think it's funny how you go to Portland and everything and they're still waving Mexican flags like they're not getting the idea. They're just not getting the idea that waving a Mexican flag is not helping. We have armed secret police kidnapping people off the street based on the color of their skin. Okay, one, I'm going to say something right here. So what? Let's say so what? Fine. We're fine. Let's say we're focusing on brown people. Now, let me ask the question, why would that be? Why are we focusing on brown people? Oh, probably because out of every 10,000 illegals that come here, 9,950 of them are brown. That might be it. Simple math. If they were mostly coming from Canada, or, well, not Canada anymore. Canada's got, If they were coming from Scandinavia or Finland, then we'd probably be looking at the whitey ones. But I don't think Trump gives a shit. If you're illegally, go away. But if we're focusing on the browns, it's because the browns are the majority. You don't go focus on the 50 people that came here that were just white. If you get them, cool. I'm of the Pokemon variety. Catch them all. Got to deport them all. Hell yeah. But I'm sorry. Mostly browns are here. They're most of the illegal alien population. Hey, let me help you with a little more math, lefties. You know what that is? Most of the world is brown. That means there's a good chance most of the illegals coming here ain't gonna be glowing in the dark like me. Oh no! Just simple frickin' math. This is Democrats. They don't want to talk about facts. He wants to go arrest people, put it before a Senate committee. The mask will come off. There will be consequences. Screw him. Graham Plattner for Senate. This jackass should never be near our government. Never. Combat veteran. Well, not all veterans are smart. Maybe got a little too close to a shell going boom. Trump looks like he means some more McDonald's French fries. What? Hey, Steve. Thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping in. Hey, do me a favor if you're still here, thumbs up on the way out. It's not a color thing, it's an illegal thing. 100%. But it's just simple math. If 10,000 illegals come here, the chances are 9,000 of them are brown. Just by simple math of the world. Let's try that. Simple world math. That's the people. When people say, oh my God, white people are after minorities. You go, You realize white people are the minority in the world. Just saying. Nobody ever talks about whiting up brown countries, but hey, got to browning up white countries is a good thing, but not whiting up brown countries, which are the majority. So, math. Democrats, why do you think they like 2 + 2 = 5? They can't have true math. If they mention true math, they lose. So, yeah, back to that. Let's see, what was I? Oh, yeah. These people are idiots. All right, check with you guys real quick. We need Sir Trump. We need Trump to really... Trump needs to kick it up, Steve. Trump is being way too nice. I don't know what Tom Homan's doing, but Tom, you're not doing the job we asked for. Sorry. He's not. The arrests are anemic. The dancing and platitudes are anemic. Go after these people. Get them out. Done. Tired of it. Liberals and conservatives in charge of Canada. Oh, it's liberals. Liberals are totally in charge of Canada. And the bad thing is, Canada's conservatives are about the level of our liberals. A conservative in every country is not equal. Even in UK, their conservatives are closer to our Democrats. Maybe not the full liberals, but closer to our Democrats. Canada is the same way. Their so-called conservatives are kind of like our Democrats. Yeah. So that's about it. What we learn for Canada is sober and angry? I don't know, Jimmy. Won't be long before Canada's in the exact same boat as the UK. Canada is a cluster. We haven't heard about it much lately, but they're a cluster up there. China's running Canada for the last 10 years. I don't know if China's doing it. I just think it's more leftist, stupid globalism. All right, let's take a look at this. Gunther Eagleman. Anyone says the National Guard, yeah, I don't understand these judges. Well, I don't see anything going on. You got 10 vehicles ambushing ICE agents. You got physical attacks. You got people shooting at them. And you got these car chases now where these idiots are going through chasing them. Chasing them down in traffic. These officers, there's got to be an open defense. These officers need to be able to defend themselves heavily, much heavier. We're being way too nice. I'm being nice on YouTube, but they are being way too fuzzy about this. That shit there is nuts. Where are arrests for these people? That truck right there, those agents should be able to run that vehicle off the road, grab that dude, and federal charge his ass. That's crazy. That is stupid. Stupid. Democrats have no sense. This isn't kidnapping, dude. It's ICE enforcing the law. It isn't people don't run from justice. Illegal is illegal, 100%.
Moment of this freaking kidnapping. It is
Here, let's catch back.
This is out in Chicago. There's 3 dudes. They're just chilling. They're drinking their coffee. One of them's even listening to music. You can see him bobbing his head. Then these ICE agents just run out of the car and chase them inside. Now, this is the part that's really sick. There's somebody in the van with the camera following them. They're following their every move. Look how close he gets to the window. He wants to be sure to capture every moment of this freaking kidnapping. It is unbelievable. They are literally taping their fascism. It's like it's a spectacle or something.
I would love to have this asshat. G Shames, whatever, over on TikTok. Explain to me how this is fascism. We had an election. The administration that we elected into office ran on deportation of illegal aliens. How was that fascism? Democrats scream democracy, democracy until they lose. As soon as they lose, anything the other people do is fascism, even though they won a fair election. They won the election. Now, how many times did Democrats hammer that into our heads under the Biden administration? Well, we won the election. Too bad. Well, guess what? We won the election. Shut the fuck up. It's not fascism to do what the American public voted for and follow our laws. Once again, Democrats project. They are the fascists. Everything this guy wants is fascism. They say the opposite because they hope stupid people will listen. I know most of you guys out there are going, of course that's not fascist. Following laws is fascist? Electing somebody to do something, then they do it? Not fascist. My God. And by the way, if Trump's a fascist, he's the worst fascist and dictator ever. Because he still lets guys like this online say this crap. He still lets CNN, MSNBC lie about him and make stuff up. He still lets people, lefties out there marching en masse. Shoot, they shot Charlie Kirk. All this crap going on, the violence. If he was a fascist, what do fascists do? They'd all be in a gulag somewhere. Every one of their asses would either be not with us anymore, if you know what I mean, or they'd be in prisons. That's what fascists do. That's what dictators do. As usual, Democrats don't know what the words are. Racist, fascist, genocide. They just throw words out there. This is why they don't like words meaning anything. They change meanings because they can just make it anything they want. And hey, this word has a stigma, but now I can use it for whatever I feel like. And in our brain, since that word, we know what that word actually means. Other people out there go, oh my God, a genocide. Oh my God. Yeah. ICE ran over a protester. Okay. This person asked for it. Let me catch up with you guys. We're going to be on a little bit longer, not much longer. Steve, exactly. We're pouched. Yeah. ICE needs a Democrat ride-alongs for airbags. Well, yeah. Kind of reminds me of the conscription units roaming around the cities in Ukraine. I don't know. Jay Watterson. That's different, though. Ukraine going after their own citizens to force them into a war is different than us going after illegal aliens to boot them out of here. That's comparing Pontiac Fieros to Lamborghinis. Not the same thing, bud. All right. This is good humor here. ICE ran over a protester with their car, then sped away. You'll see about the run over. Agents fled the scene so fast, hit another bystander just happened to be crossing the street on a bicycle. How would they know? You're going to go with me here, as I know you're going to know what's going to have a problem is. My problem is, get the fuck out of the street. Streets are where cars go. If you are in the street in front of a vehicle, stopping that vehicle and impeding law enforcement, one, they should get out and arrest you and charge you federally. No more of this city cops grab them, let them out the same day or 2 hours later with no charges. Federally, we need to be arresting these people and throw the fucking book at them. Tim Pool hates that. Tim Pool wants a fuzzy charge. We're done with that. No more fuzzy charges. Time to start charging them all with a max of the law. One, you're dicking around in the street. You're stopping the police from doing their job. You're standing in front of cars. You're screwing up traffic. Screw that. Time to follow our laws. Agents fled the scene so fast, hit another bystander. No. White SUVs were seen fleeing in a convoy using smoke grenades to try and disperse the crowd. So what? So what? So what? Don't care. I do not care.
The gate is when we started seeing some sort of smoke to help.
Now watch. Look at these people.
Those people from the gate here. Okay, so here we are. We're in the middle of the street here. You see one person trying to stand right in front of this SUV here.
Right there. How about just jaywalking charges? Or Jose walking. There we go. Jose walking. That's what we're going to call it from now on. I copyright that. Watch. Somebody's going to be using that. When you're blocking police vehicles and ICE agents, it's Jose walking. Bet me somebody else on a big channel won't somehow be using that the next week or two. Jose walking. Yeah, if you're in the street, not only these assholes in the streets, they're banging on the car, and that's damaging public property, federal property, by the way. That's assaulting police, and then this asshole right here. In some states, they don't have to stop for you. It's rightful that, well, guess what? You're in the conveyance zone, and the conveyance may not stop for your non-conveyance ass.
Everybody's going to, it's just such a dangerous situation here. And it's really not going to do.
Yeah, it is. Because some jackass is standing in front of a car jogging backwards. So they just expect these agents to just stop and let everybody swarm around them. No. Fine. If they stop, let everybody swarm around them, then use of deadly force comes out. Come on, lefties. Pick one. Pick one. You stop these people, you surround these guys, they get to use deadly force. I love how brave lefties are in groups. You won't see 4 lefties go up against 4 righties. Oh no. It's got to be overwhelming odds for them to feel ballsy.
Any good to be standing there and possibly get ran over by agents. So here they are. They're on 9th Street now. Crowd is running along.
I don't know what he thinks. How long is he going to be going backwards?
And I'd pretty much guarantee that this SUV is not going to stop.
That dude ran out and hit their SUV.
Like, wow. All right, let me.
And look how good that cop stopped. I'm not sure I would have been able to hit the brake pedal that fast. It might have taken me a second or two longer to hit the brake pedal. That officer was driving 2-footed. He had 1 foot hovering on the brake pedal. That's the only way he stopped that fast. I'm just saying. There's no way he was hovering on that brake pedal. For better or worse.
Widen out here.
Hey, I can be just like you lefties. Well, we don't want violence, but maybe you shouldn't have been in the street. Maybe you shouldn't have been in front of the car. I'm going to talk like lefties. Well, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been killed, but... Yeah, well, this guy shouldn't have got hurt, but... We had a whole block of but there. Butthead choose to be in front of a car. Butthead tried to stop a car. Butthead does not know math because he thinks 2 + 2 = 5 and that car is just going to stop for him. Good luck. That's not the way the universe works. Mommy and daddy told him he was center of the universe.
Okay, so...
And they didn't run over him. If you go back and look at this, he falls, and watch this. Barely gets to his knees, if that. And if you know anything about a Dodge Durango, he's not under anything. That vehicle's not that short. If anything, he banged his head by falling. And that's a him problem. That is 100% a him problem. And I don't like protesters. They're called dumbass. Dumbass tries to stop ICE SUV from leaving site of raid. Yes, dumbass.
Oh, wow. All right, let me widen out here.
Oh.
Okay, so we saw some...
YouTube, we are saying this because we are telling people to be safe and don't stand in the street. To get out of the street, do not, lefties, do not stand in front of moving vehicles. There are a lot of people that aren't going to stop anymore because you fuckers are violent. You're scary, you're violent, you're dumbasses. People don't want to be surrounded by you. In Portland, the police will threaten the driver who's surrounded. That happened on video. We talked about it a week ago. Driver gets surrounded, lady scared shitless, and the cops come over and threaten her. Even though she lived right there, and they were threatening her about trying to go home. Portland police, you're fuckwits. I'm sorry. I think every Portland officer should be fired. Everyone. Because you are all letting this go on for years now. Just following orders. You go, SS.
Eggs being thrown at the vehicle now. He is just, partly ran over by that SUV.
Yeah.
Oh, we do
and
see
there
that
goes,
person
there goes.
getting up.
Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck.
Yeah, the bicyclist was not just randomly going across. This guy lied too. Because if you look, this guy was also following the SUV. Here he is, right there in the white, right here. This is the dude. He is chasing the SUV and he was involved before. And here he comes. Zoom. And he fell over. Now this guy, okay, here's the guy right here. He wasn't some random dude. He's coming in rightless. Okay, the random dude who's just riding his bicycle legally is coming from this corner right here. Sorry, I got the wrong guy. Coming from here, and he's going diagonally across right in front of the SUV. Yeah, this is some random dude. Look at him. He came across to get involved. He isn't some random dude. Bunch of lying pricks.
Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck in the crosswalk here.
Yeah, because
it's
he's
a dangerous situation. It doesn't, not really going to prevent them from leaving. But now we have a whole other situation here. The gate is when we start.
Nope, jail. No medical care, jail. Done. 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 Yep, that's old. But no, I'm tired of the stupidity. All right. Let's catch up with you guys real quick. ICE needs a Democrat right along. We did that. Don't know, kind of. If you're in the street, you're a speed bump. Agreed. Yeah. And we're telling you, lefties, we're trying to help you be safe. We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you to get squished. You versus Dodge Durango. 2 + 2 does not equal 5. Just telling you. As long as you don't call it a pinata walking. I like Jose walking. Anybody going across the street, getting in front of the SUV should be Jose walking. I don't like pinata, though. That guy got treated like a pinata. Ooh, Jay Watterson. Maybe pinata walking's better. Because let's see what comes out. What's the prize inside? How hard do you have to hit it with a Dodge Durango to get the prize out? Ooh. So maybe pinata walking might be better. ICE needs a standby tackler. I just think maybe they should electrocute the outside of the vehicles. They touch it. Good night. I like that idea. That's just me. You know, I'm kind of a jerk. So, yeah, just me. Okay. We are at about 2.5 hours, guys. I'm going to do a little more and hop out. Antifa. I do like seeing some of these Antifa getting kind of screwed up videos. Oh, the gas is just epic. Let's see. I hope this doesn't have music. Let me see here. Nope. Okay. Look at that. Can you imagine living in cities like this where this shit goes on in certain areas almost every other night? How do you sleep? How do you keep all the tear gas and CS out of your house, your apartment, or anything? Dude, that's just got to be horrendous. I don't want to hear it, Jay Watterson.
You guys need any help? Are you okay?
Oh my God, are you okay? That's glorious.
The officials have cleared out the front of the gate, which is over there.
Oh.
They've pushed everybody down the road a good ways. Multiple different kinds of munitions were used.
Yep.
Especially the tear gas.
Good. Good. I want to see water cannons. Make water cannons great again. You guys have already heard me say we need this type of dye in water cannons that only stains skin. Let these assholes walk around blue or green for a while. If you see a bunch of Smurfs, you know they were the assholes. And have that shit so it sticks for at least a month. Oh, okay. Is this? Okay, is this the... Okay, this is... Oh, come on, I forgot her name. Caitlin or something, Liberty... Frig. I know you guys know who she is, but she is great. She got some balls, or really good security.
Yes.
100%
Antifa, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know his name. Anonymous. Okay, let's go talk to him. Hi, guys. What are you out here protesting today? You look mad. Your body language says you're mad. What are you guys protesting today? Anybody want to get their message out?
They're protesting laws and intelligence. Two things that are just allergic to lefties. Lefties break out in a whole bunch of disgust over laws and facts.
All right, let's go for a walk. Let's go! Comrades, woo! All right, this is a very cool group of comrades
Liberty
we have
Hangout.
right here.
That's her channel, Liberty Hangout. That's it.
We're gonna end private property. We're gonna
fight the power.
Yeah, communism. Woo! We hate private property. I gotta cover my face. Woo! I'm so strong. I'm not a coward.
She's got a good point there. Look at this. This one lady is more ballsy than all these soy nuts. Look at all the soy here. These betas, I gotta cover my face. This girl's out there in the middle of them. That's great. How ballsy are you? And don't give me this, well, we gotta cover our face, we'll get in trouble. You guys are ones who dox people, attack people, who have shot people. She is out there showing her face. You know who she is. That is what you do when you really believe in something and when you are actually brave. These weenies back here behind her, all these wieners around here, you're not brave. Because we aren't going around beating the crap out of you, doxing you, or shooting you. Yeah, you are the fascists. This right here, this lady, she is not a fascist, and she is really, really good at this.
Woo! Hey guys, don't try to pick on us. We don't have very big muscles. They're not very big. No! Then they know who we are. We don't believe in anything that we actually say. All right, so how are we going to take over capitalism? How are we going to end it? Okay, well, wanting to...
She's great. Yeah, Liberty Hangout. If you guys don't know who that is, she's at Liberty Hangout. She is epic. She does a lot of good stuff. She's got a pair, man. She'd be good for work on the TPUSA if she was ever thinking about it. Then if you had beet juice. The problem is, Jimmy, we don't use water cannons here. Somehow water cannons are not okay. But tear gas, CS gas, all this crap is fine? No. How about we just water cannon people? I like that idea. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. This is in UK.
Antifa bike is angry. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Now that's the fire you guys need over in the UK. That's old, but that was good humor. Plop! Love it. Alright, let's see. Is there anything still going on here? I think they're probably offline by now. Just get a look, see if he's still out there. Nope. He's gone. Oh, okay. I'll mute that for now. Let it go. I think he's offline, though. I think most people are. I'll go check, but I don't think all the riot stuff's offline. I mean, it's 6 a.m. here, so it's probably 4 a.m. there, so yeah. 5 hours ago. I don't think he's still on. My God, that's a long ad. Skip. Nope, he's off. Oh, he is still live. Holy crap. Don't got much going on now.
I think Roger showed me responding from
Give him soy milk baby for me to the age of 5. I think they're still drinking the soy. Honestly.
GTA investigation 4820
Yeah, I don't see much going on here. Let's see, is there anybody else live? Agenda free is probably off. Let's see. No. This guy Cam Higbee, man, when this guy was following him around with a horn, he should have done something. He just stood there and let it happen. But yeah, he's the new face on the block. One of the Charlie Kirk stand-ins. I'm not trying to pick on him, but kind of a Charlie Kirk stand-in. But I think we're going to hop out of here, guys. I've been on long enough. I appreciate you stopping in. If you haven't hit thumbs up, please do. And let's blow this up. Okay. Say goodbye, chat a little bit, and we'll be out of here. So, yeah, I thank you for stopping in. It's been a long time. I'm really tired. I'm up long now. But I did want to stream, as I told Jay Watterson. He's like, oh, sleep's more important. I'm like, you're right, but I'm busted, man. I'm busted and not talking. But do me a favor, guys, if you haven't hit thumbs up, and I will try. Hey, how about this? Go leave a comment after the stream or email me, LYON'sNWS6@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to go over that shoe and head video. If you guys don't watch it yourself, or if you do go watch it, you want to hear any reaction to it, feel free. Let me know. Other than that, I'm going to hop out of here and go help my wife with the dogs before she goes to work. I will talk to you later. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jay Watterson. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, everybody else, for stopping in. And GTR, I hope you stay safe over there, buddy. All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and be safe out there.